All right. So our next presentation is by Tarun Menon, and let's just let's just confirm Tarun's online. Tarun, can you switch on your video? And yes, there you are. That's great. Okay. So of course we'll call on you later after your talk. So Tarun is going to be talking about a brief analysis of the questionnaire survey that I mentioned in the overall introduction to the symposium. Tarun will be speaking about bird monitoring activities in India, analysis of a questionnaire survey. So if you can have Tarun's pre-recorded video, and then we'll take questions for him later. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Tarun and I will be giving you a brief overview of the bird monitoring activities in India. This is basically a summary of the results from a questionnaire survey that we had put out 1.5 years ago, which I'm sure a large number of you had taken part in. With the popularity of bird watching on the rise, the last 15 years has seen a rise in systematic ecological research on birds. Many long-term bird studies are being undertaken across the country currently. But what is lacking is a common platform and collaboration between these bird researchers. There is therefore a need to identify such studies across the country and encourage conversation and collaboration between the parties involved. Because it is only when these studies from across the country are put together will we be able to understand how climate change and the rapid alteration in land use can affect bird species in the current Anthropocene. This is kind of the motivation behind us sending out this questionnaire. And this questionnaire was sent out on the 15th of July 2019, and people were open to taking part in the questionnaire survey until the 1st of October 2019. And we'll just go through a brief overview of the questions that we asked during the survey, just as a recap. We asked a little bit, some personal information like your email address, the name, and the institution you belong to. We asked about the title of the study or the monitoring project that was being conducted, the location of the project, when did the project begin, when did it end, is the project still continuing, the total number of years that the project monitored birds, how many species did this project monitor, what aspect of birds did this project monitor, what were the methods used, any notes and comments that the respondent would like to have us know, and would the respondents like to be kept informed about the ideas and new initiatives regarding bird monitoring in the country. And since most respondents said yes, it is nice that this conference is taking place. Coming to the results, we got 161 responses to the questionnaire survey, which included 146 unique bird studies from 114 individual bird researchers, which included professional researchers as well as a number of amateurs. And these researchers belong to 77 different institutions, government, non-governmental, etc. And 31 of these researchers were independent scientists, independent people, citizen scientists. We can see that most of the studies, most of the bird monitoring activities in the country were monitoring birds for a short-term period at the moment of less than 5 years. 88 of these studies had monitored birds for a less than a 5-year period. 35 monitored birds between 5 to 10 years. 15 studies monitored birds between 10 to 20 years, but only eight studies were there that monitored birds for a greater than a 20-year period. Additionally, there were 8 long-term studies that had studied birds at a snapshot, like they had studied birds, say, in 1992, and then came back to the same sites in 2012. These are still very important studies that can give us a lot of information about how birds respond to climate change and land use change. How many of these bird studies are still continuing? It is heartening to know that 75% of the studies that were included in this questionnaire survey were still continuing. A large number of the short-term bird studies that have monitored birds for a period of less than 5 years, 70% of them are still continuing. 67 studies that have monitored birds between 5 to 10 years are still continuing. And all of the bird studies that have monitored birds for a period of greater than 10 years are still continuing, which is great to know. How many species are being studied in these bird monitoring activities? We found that 22 to 23% of the studies of the bird monitoring activities looked at a selected set of species which involved certain gales or a certain subsets of the birds found in a certain location. 10% of these bird monitoring activities monitored a single species over a period of time. And we found a large percentage of the studies actually monitored birds, all the birds at a given location. 67% of the studies monitored all the birds at a given location. Coming to where these studies are happening, each of these red dots represents an individual study. And as we can see from this map, that a large number of the studies have taken place in southern India and northwest India, the Western Himalayas. There are a fair bit of studies in the western part of the subcontinent, but there are very few studies from central India and eastern India. This is where our bird monitoring activities are lacking. I'm not sure whether this lack of studies in the east and central India is because people from these regions haven't filled out our surveys, or just the general lack of studies in these locations. But we would like to prioritize these locations for bird monitoring activities in the future. Coming to the habitats where these studies were conducted, we find that a large number of studies have monitored birds in forests, urban areas, and water bodies. But very few bird monitoring activities have taken place in agroecosystems, deserts, grasslands, and scrub habitats. And therefore, these are habitats that need to be prioritized in the future. Coming to what these studies monitor, we find that a large number of these studies, 105 studies monitor presence absence of birds, 105 monitor abundance or relative abundance of birds, 57 studies are monitoring breeding activities, 63 studies are monitoring seasonality like bird migration, while 10 studies have monitored other activities in terms of bird behavior, recruitment over a period of time, survival, those kind of, etc. sort of activities. Coming to the methods used, we find that a large number of these studies are listing birds. They use checklists to monitor birds. 77 such studies exist. 59 studies have used transects and trails. They've walked transects and trails and enumerated the birds, sampled the birds that they've seen along these trails. 42 studies have used point counts where they've sampled birds at point locations. There are 52 studies that have counted all the birds at a certain location. These include roost counts or counts at water bodies. And 17 studies have actually done bird ringing activities. These may be to understand bird recruitment and survival, or it could include understanding bird migration. Some of the key takeaways that we can, key takeaways from this bird monitoring questionnaire that we had sent out and what we understand about the bird monitoring activities in the country. We understand that there are very few studies that have monitored birds for more than a 10-year period, but it is encouraging that a fair percentage of the currently short-term efforts are expected to continue into the future. Therefore, maybe 10 to 20 years down the line, we will have a lot more long-term bird data sets to work with. Therefore, it is important for these people conducting or expected to conduct these long-term bird studies to come together, and so that in the future, when we have so many data sets, that they can all come together and share data, share their findings, and be able to put out research from a common platform. We find that vulnerable habitats like scrublands and grasslands are severely underrepresented in our bird monitoring activities, and these studies in these habitats need to be encouraged in the future. Agricultural lands are important habitats for birds. This is something that a lot of research today has shown, and hence bird monitoring in these sort of habitats need to be prioritized into the future so that we can understand how land sharing can help improve bird diversity. We also need to encourage more bird research in the central and eastern parts of the country. I'm now open to take any questions, and I would like to thank you for listening to me talk for the last 10 minutes. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Tarun. Yeah, you're on, and will you unmute yourself? That's great. So we have one question from Nishant. How did you share this survey questionnaire? Did you use social media for this? How was it sent
We
out?
had largely used social media, where most of the people who, like Suhail mentioned, who met together about a couple of years ago, we all shared it through our social media platforms, and we send it to, mostly through social media. Yes.
Yeah, and some of the bigger mailing lists, no, Yeti and Naturalist
Yeah.
India and so on. I think so, if I remember correctly. No further questions at the moment, Tarun, but I wanted to ask you, based on the analysis you've done in the summary, uh, would you, if you did this over again, are there some key pieces of information that got left out, you think, from the questionnaire? Are there other things you think we could have asked or should have asked?
So I think so. A lot of the data which I've tried to get in terms of locations and habitats, these are things that I've tried to extrapolate, because we didn't directly ask that in the questionnaire. These are things that I extrapolated. So I would probably like to ask more detailed location information and habitat information, and also those were some information that I would really like to get more specific information about.
Okay. Do you think there might be a follow-up kind of questionnaire to what you've already done?
Yeah, I think so. I think we could have a follow-up questionnaire, including a few extra questions.
Yeah.
Since this is generally just a baseline that we have, and maybe now that we didn't contribute to this, we can ask a little more specific, detailed questions, especially in terms of details.
Sorry, Tarun, I couldn't hear that properly. I don't know if it's my internet or yours. It's always a
No, I think it's mine. Sorry about that.
Okay, so yeah, all right. I think yeah. So the basic summary was, I think, that it might be useful to have a follow-up questionnaire with asking a few more details. Dhaval asks, Tarun, did you ask how many studies were funded by various agencies? So basically what the funding sources were, I think.
No, we didn't really. But it may be an interesting thing to ask if people are willing to share that information.
Yeah, my impression is, for a lot of the long-term monitoring that I'm aware of, that there's no specific funding for it, but it just happens, people are manage to squeeze it alongside funded projects. Usually funded projects are only for a year to 2 years, or at the most 3 years. So there's very little dedicated funding for long-term monitoring, which needs to change.
Maybe in the discussion that we have tomorrow, we can come up with a new set of questions that can be asked.
That's right.
Going forward.
Yeah. Okay. There, as always happens, as our time runs out, there's a flurry of questions. I'm sorry, everybody, I'll have to choose from among these. One question is about barriers. Let me see. Yeah, I think, Tarun, maybe you could respond to these questions in Slack, if you don't mind. One question from Pallavi is about whether we had a different strategy for outreach for the question, and maybe more people would be reached and the results might change. Aprajita talks about funding and permits. Vijay is talking about the possibility of carrying out some kind of meta-analysis, some kind of collective analysis in a formal statistical sense. Nitin asked for templates for effective monitoring. I think we'll be talking about this in discussion later in the symposium. So Tarun, if you could respond to those questions and comments on Slack, that would be nice.
Yeah.
But we'll